So, as a guitarist, do I need to know all the names of the notes on every single string? That answer and more coming up real soon. Oftentimes I get asked, Mark, do I need to learn every single note on every single string? And there are some circumstances around that. Most of the time, like I've been playing guitar in bands professionally for 30 something years now. And I've been in Latin bands, swing bands, full bands, orchestral bands, jazz bands, rock bands, funk bands. Basically because I never lasted very long because I got kicked out really quickly because I didn't know the names of the notes. That's not true. The reason was, no, there was no reason. There's just lots of cool bands. Do you need to know all the names of the notes? The short answer is no, pretty much. If you can learn the top two strings, that's what I'll be learning. The E string and the A string. The names of the notes on the E string and the A string, which we'll be doing today. But that's what I would recommend. Now, there's ways we can learn all the other notes from that. Unless you're a jazz guitarist or a classical guitarist, those are probably the only times when you would probably want to know all the names of the notes for your own benefit. But otherwise, the rest of the time, you can reverse engineer most of the notes. I hope that makes sense. But I think what we should do is get stuck into it. Now, timestamp wise, we're going to do the E string first, and then you can go to the exercise at the very end, and there'll be a timestamp for that at the very end where I'll be testing out the names of the notes. That's the best way to learn this stuff. Okay, see you real soon. So let's do this. We have got to learn the top string. Okay, first thing is the top string. The reason for that is for soloing, if you want to know what key something is in, oh, it's in the key of C. I know a C note is on the top string. I know exactly where to go to get that note. And that's really, really important. Keeping these things in mind, what we want to do is learn the top string, the main notes only, okay? We're not going to be doing the sharps and flats straight away. We want to learn where the main notes are initially. I'm going to show them to you, and I'm going to explain a little bit, and then we're going to do timestamp, go through the exercise that we're doing. Now, the exercise is where you're going to actually learn these and memorize these, and it only takes 5 minutes to memorize all the notes on the top string, okay? So let's go through them first so you know where they all are. So we have E, open string, right? Then we have F on the first fret, okay? G on the third, A on the fifth. Okay, and then it's just the alphabet from A. B is the 7th fret, C is the 8th fret, 10th fret is D, and then we're back to 12th fret, which is E again. Going back over that, you're not going to memorize these straight away, but those are where the main notes are. We're going to play the game at the end that's explaining where all those are. The other thing we need to know that we'll learn later on is the sharps and flats. Sharp, 1 note higher than, 1 fret higher than. Flat, 1 note lower than. Let's do it again. So sharp, 1 higher, flat, 1 lower. Okay, so if that's an A, which it is, A sharp is 1 higher than, musically higher, 1 fret, like that. A flat is 1 lower. And you'll notice a lot of the sharps and flats, they'll have the same and opposite note, like that note there is also a G sharp, right? Because it's 1 higher than G and it's 1 lower than A. You may not know what those notes are initially, but that's what will be a help. We don't need to learn all the sharps and flats. We just need to know where the main note is, and we can sharpen it or flatten it whenever we want. Let's get on to the next bit of actually memorizing the notes on the top string. Okay, so welcome back. I hope you're enjoying this, guys. This is a real fun thing to learn. When you get this down, it's going to be so good for you. Top string, E string. We're going to learn the notes. Okay, so I'm going to give you a note and you have to play it. We're going to learn the top 3 first, or the bottom 3 first. E, 0, right? F is the first fret, you can play that with me, and then G. You need your guitars for this, guys. G is the 3rd fret. Okay, so I'm just going to go like G, F. Okay, so you play the note straight after I say it. E, G, E, F, G, F, E, G, F, E, G. Okay, so now you're starting to memorize these notes. We're going to add one more to it, and we're going to keep doing this process. The next one is A on the 5th fret. We're going to add this into the mix. Okay, here's my A on the 5th fret. G, A, F, E, A, F, A, E, A, F, A, G, A, F, E, A, F, G, F, G, E, G, A, F. I'm hoping I played all them right, actually, what I'm doing. I'm thinking about so many things. You can start to see these are starting to get memorized, especially the first ones. Now we're going to add B to the mix. And we're not far off from the end of the guitar. Here's B, my 7th fret is B, okay? Here's our new one, right? So let's start with B. B, A, B, F, B, G, B, E. Cool. Now we're going to go 2 notes. B, G, B, A, B, F, behave. Little guitar teacher joke. B, E. I know. Could have been a comedian. B, F, G. Okay. A, B, E. F, B, A. So you start to see, we're starting to memorize these notes. One more. C is next door, okay? C is the 8th fret. Let's add that into the mix. C is the 8th fret. Let's start with C. C, B, C, A, C, F, C, B, C, G, C. Get the idea of this? Let's do 2 notes. C, F, C, A, B, C, C, G, C, F, C, A. Pretty cool. 3 notes. C, A, G, C, F, A, E, B, C. Almost got it wrong. A, C, G, F, C, E. Okay, that's C done. We've got 1 more to go. D, 10th fret. 10th fret, D. That's the new baby, so let's do that one. D, C, D, B, D, A, D, F, D, G. Notice everyone's second one is like a D at the moment, right? Then we're going to go D, 2 notes. We're going to go D, B, D, A, G, D, F, D, B, C, D, A, C, D, C. I got it. AC/DC, you little... I wonder if they actually wrote a song. That was actually AC/DC. We're going to keep going with that. B, E, D, F, G, A, E, C, D. So you can see now, you should be starting to get that top string nailed now. That playing this game is the best way to learn it. A lot of people learn it from the beginning and they learn it. They go through it like this. And they learn it that way. Unfortunately, it's a slow way because every time I say like, hey, it's a B minor, and they go E, F, G, A, B, oh, B minor, like that. So we don't want that. We want it to be instant. The next thing's sharps and flats, okay? So sharps and flats. If I said B flat, we just look at a B, 7th fret, and flatten it. So there's my B flat. If I said C sharp, I look at the C note, which is the 8th fret right here, and I sharpen it. So I look at it first, and then I play that. And there we have it. Top string, totally memorized. Tune in next time, we'll do a whole nother string. So guys, there we have it, the top string memorized. You should have a lot of fun with that. We can use that to play bar chords and chords. So if I want to play a B chord, there's my B major, there's a B minor. I've got a chord, it's a B flat minor, B flat, play a minor shape, we've got a B flat minor. Now even E, octave above, there's my 0 E, here's my octave. I didn't go over that, did I? Here's another E here. So if I said an E flat, well, E flat, there's an E flat, and I can do a crazy E flat chord there if I wanted to. Every chord is now available to us. Flats, sharps, sevenths. We can just find that root note and play the chord. Pretty cool. That's one way of doing it. Or soloing. I can be like, oh, it's in C sharp minor. There's C, C sharp, it's a minor, put my first finger on it, and I can play my pentatonic scale and get that position right, that sort of stuff. I hope this helps. Mark the Guitar Guy. Go and get another video. Practice like crazy for at least 10 seconds. We'll see you in the next one. Great outro. You see what I did there? Paused and then said it.